Our world is a symphony of familiar noises. The rustle of leaves, the crash of waves, the distant hum of city life. These are the sounds that form the backdrop to our existence. Sounds our brains have learned to categorize, understand, and often ignore. We are pattern-seeking creatures, finding comfort in the known and the explainable. But what happens when that symphony is interrupted by a note that doesn't belong? What do we do when the world produces a sound that defies all logic and explanation? From the deepest trenches of the Pacific Ocean to the quiet suburbs of Middle America, and even echoing from the vast emptiness of space, there are acoustic anomalies that have stumped the greatest minds in science. These are not the fleeting bumps in the night or the tricks of a tired mind. They are real, recorded phenomena, captured by sensitive instruments and heard by credible witnesses. Yet their origins remain shrouded in profound mystery. These sounds challenge our understanding of physics, geology, and biology. They are auditory enigmas that persist despite decades of investigation, forcing us to confront the unsettling possibility that we know far less about our own planet than we believe. Each sound tells a story of bewilderment, a low-frequency drone that torments entire towns, yet is only audible to a select few. A colossal roar from the abyss, more powerful than any known creature. Eerie metallic trumpets that seem to emanate from the very sky itself. For those who hear them, these sounds can be more than just a curiosity. They can be a maddening, inescapable presence that disrupts sleep, frays nerves, and instills a primal sense of dread. They are whispers from the unknown, reminders that there are forces and phenomena at play that operate outside our current comprehension. Today, we embark on a journey into the heart of this auditory darkness. We will sift through the evidence, listen to the recordings, and explore the leading scientific hypotheses and why they ultimately fall short. Here on Unveiled Mysteries, we peel back the layers of the familiar to reveal the inexplicable. We invite you to join us as we count down 10 of the most chilling, real, and truly creepy sounds that science still cannot explain. Prepare your senses and be sure to stay with us until the very end, because the final sound on our list is considered by many to be the most terrifying of all. Imagine a sound that never stops. A persistent, low-frequency drone that seems to emanate from everywhere and nowhere at once. For a small, unfortunate percentage of the global population, this isn't imagination, it's a maddening reality. It's known as the hum. This isn't a new phenomenon. Reports stretch back decades, painting a consistent picture of a sound that torments those who can perceive it. It's often described as the idling of a distant diesel engine, a throbbing vibration that can be felt as much as it is heard. It penetrates walls, defies earplugs, and seems to grow louder in the quiet of the night, making sleep a nightly battle. The list of affected locations is long and mysterious. In Taos, New Mexico, the phenomenon became so pronounced in the early 1990s that it prompted congressional investigation. Researchers descended on the small desert town, yet despite extensive studies, they could only confirm that a small fraction of residents, about 2%, could hear the anomalous sound. Across the Atlantic, the city of Bristol in the UK has its own version, the Bristol Hum, with reports dating back to the 1970s. More recently, the Windsor Hum plagued residents of Windsor, Ontario, in Canada. For years, locals pointed fingers at industrial operations on nearby Zug Island, a heavily industrialized area in the United States. When the US steel plant on the island ceased operations in 2020, reports of the hum dramatically decreased, providing one of the few tangible links between the hum and a specific source. Yet, this doesn't solve the global puzzle. What about the countless other locations without a clear industrial culprit? Scientists have proposed a cascade of theories. One leading hypothesis points to the combined noise of distant industrial equipment, with low-frequency sounds traveling vast distances under specific atmospheric conditions. Another theory suggests microseisms, tiny, continuous vibrations of the Earth's surface caused by ocean wave interactions, creating a planetary resonance that some individuals are sensitive to. More complex ideas involve acoustic standing waves, where sound waves reflect off large structures or terrain, amplifying the frequency in certain spots. Some researchers even turn inward, suggesting that for some hearers, the hum could be a form of tinnitus, a perception of sound generated by the auditory system itself, not an external source. But each theory has its counterpoint. If it's industrial noise, why is it so localized to specific towns? If it's microseisms, why doesn't everyone hear it? And if it's tinnitus, why do so many people describe the exact same type of sound? And why do some reports, like in Windsor, cease with the shutdown of a potential source? The inconsistency is the most baffling part of the mystery. The hum remains an acoustic phantom, a deeply personal torment for those who hear it, and a scientific enigma for the rest of us. In 1997, underwater microphones in the Pacific Ocean recorded a mysterious ultra-low frequency sound called the Bloop. It was louder than any known animal could produce. Some believe it came from a massive unknown sea creature. Scientists are still puzzled. In the high desert of northern New Mexico lies the town of Taos, a place renowned for its tranquil beauty, artistic community, and serene landscapes. But for some of its residents, this peace is shattered by an invisible and inescapable presence, a persistent low-frequency drone known as the Taos Hum. This isn't a recent phenomenon. Reports of the mysterious sound have echoed through this valley for decades, becoming a part of the local folklore and a subject of scientific curiosity. The sound is often described as a low-pitched thrumming, similar to a diesel engine idling in the distance, yet there is no engine to be found. It's a sound that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. What makes the Taos Hum particularly perplexing is its selectivity. Early surveys conducted in the 1990s by researchers from the University of New Mexico revealed a startling fact. Only about 2% of the local population reported being able to hear it. These individuals, often referred to as hearers, are not united by any obvious demographic. They are men and women, young and old, who share this strange auditory burden. For them, the hum is not merely an annoyance, it's a constant companion that infiltrates their homes and their minds. Many hearers report significant impacts on their quality of life, citing chronic sleep disruption, persistent headaches, dizziness, and even nausea. The psychological toll is immense, with many experiencing heightened anxiety and a sense of being gaslighted, as their friends and family remain oblivious to the sound tormenting them. The quest to identify the source has been a long and frustrating one. Numerous scientific investigations have been launched, deploying sensitive microphones and geomagnetic detectors across the region. Yet, the hum has proven remarkably elusive. One of the primary challenges is masking. The hum occupies the very lowest frequencies of the audible spectrum, a range easily obscured by the everyday background noise of modern life. The rumble of traffic, the whir of appliances, the whisper of the wind. This makes isolating and recording the sound an almost impossible task. Hypotheses are plentiful, but proof is scarce. Some researchers have pointed to industrial sources, suggesting the sound could be acoustic waves generated by large-scale machinery or high-pressure gas lines miles away, traveling through the ground or air. Others propose natural origins, such as microseisms, tiny continuous vibrations of the Earth itself. More speculative theories even suggest it could be a unique form of tinnitus, an internally generated sound perceived only by those with a specific, and as yet unknown, physiological sensitivity. However, none of these theories fully account for why the hum is so geographically specific and why only a small fraction of people can perceive it. To this day, the Taos Hum remains an enigma, a ghost in the machine of perception, a sound heard by a few, but a mystery that captivates us all. Certain deserts and beaches produce a singing or booming sound when sand moves. Scientists believe friction between sand grains creates the sound, but some dunes are louder than physics predicts. Locals describe it as an eerie, melodic hum. Old bridges sometimes produce ghostly moaning noises when wind passes through them. Some say spirits haunt these bridges, but engineers confirm strange acoustics and vibrations. The exact tones, however, remain unpredictable. Around the world, people report trumpet-like sounds from the sky, often during calm nights. Videos of these sounds go viral online. Scientists suggest atmospheric anomalies or distant machinery, yet no clear explanation exists. In polar regions, massive ice sheets crack and boom in terrifying ways, called ice quakes. While related to ice movement and temperature changes, the scale and volume often shock observers, sounding like explosions. Some claim to hear a low hum from the universe itself. It might be cosmic radiation or the vibration of celestial bodies. Although mostly theoretical, recordings pick up low-frequency sounds from space that feel unsettlingly real. In certain cathedrals, whispers travel along curved walls with perfect clarity. While acoustics explain part, the eerie clarity of some whispers still mystifies visitors, leaving an unsettling feeling. From forests to swamps, people record screams of unknown animals. Scientists can't always identify them. Some suspect undiscovered species, others believe it might be paranormal. These recordings are often shared online, sparking debates. These are 10 real creepy sounds science still can't explain. Which one gave you chills? Comment below your